Sorry, I should have used that offset mega voxel to make a proper plank, but just for the sake of demonstration. Because this is offset, it allows me to, if I flip this the other way, to get these closer together than I normally would be able to, like that. Oh, that obviously messed up the ground, but you can see these appear to touch, but they don't influence each other at all. This is probably not actually too impressive since these are standard 1x1 voxel sizes, but let me show you with something it isn't. Let me take one of these voxel strings. All right, so how to make something like a grating using offset voxels. Again, definitely an advanced technique. If you aren't familiar with building, and if you don't know what an offset voxel is, definitely watch some of the earlier tutorials first. But in my previous tutorial on making offset voxels, I discussed how to make these voxel strings that are offset. So paste a few in a row like this. Let's make a square. And you're going to have to go back and re-paste it into the corners. Oops. To have better aim than I do. Okay, so then you get a clean square. So this looks like a cool little square, but you see when I try and select it that it's still offset. The game really thinks it's up here. Visually it's down below. So if we were to copy this and flip it using our mirror or the V key, oops, okay, pasted that by mistake, sorry. Let me copy paste again, flip it, so now it's upside down. So this voxel, the game believes is below where it visually is. What that means is that when I have them side by side, like this, the game believes this one is up here and this one is down there, which means they're not actually adjacent, which means that I can actually overlap them. Come on, sorry. I hit escape by mistake, so I can overlap them, and normally that would horribly deform them. Paste without air. But because the game doesn't believe they're actually touching voxels, they're not, they are rendered without causing any imperfections to the other. Because this one, and I can select it, the game believes one of them is down here, and one of them is up here. Oops, I don't have enough green limicide. What color of limicide do I have? Orange. There we go. So this is a cool way to make very dense grating that you would not normally be able to make. Without using offset voxels. You could not do this with normal voxels. And even though the game believes the voxels are either above or below, depending on which layer, interestingly, my character treats it as if it's really where I see it. So this makes a pretty cool science fiction style floor. Or can be used for windows, or whatever. Another thing that these are sometimes used for copy that voxel string again, paste it there, flip it upside down. Oops. go. So this one here, actually there, but extends visually out to the sides. Change materials. Copy, paste. If I paste this here, see how it doesn't cause any deformation at all? Again, you couldn't do that with a normal voxel, because if those voxels really were adjacent, they would have to touch sides, because all neighboring voxels always touch sides, which would mean this would be pulled in and deformed. But with voxels that have been stretched out so that they visually appear to extend further than where they really are according to the game, you can create effects like that. You could even stick this onto the top of a sphere and it would be untouched. Other things you can do with offset voxels.